But
Alright, so I guess we're started. What's up, future fighters? Zag here. We got our discussion today on Buddy Fight All-Stars. So I guess the plan for today was to just do a major rundown of all the cards. Hopefully not spend too much time on each of them, but kind of go over if we like it, if we don't like it, you should run it, you don't run it. So we should probably kick it off pretty quick. I'm just going to use the wiki. If you guys don't know, it's the Buddy Fight wiki. You could screen share here. And I'll let everybody else introduce themselves, starting with Brian.
Yo! Let's see. You're having it on yours. Are you pulling up the thing on your... Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Am I sharing it to everybody? Let's see. Okay. Present to everyone. Okay. So, the first card on the list was Jackknife Drum Bunker. So this is a Dragon World card. It's pretty good, 725.
Jackknife Drum Bunker.
Yeah, this card seems pretty good for a drum deck. I guess even a jack deck because it could make cards.
And
It's
a
really
deck
good.
drum deck.
No, the real perk of this card is that you can run Braveheart as well, and Braveheart searches it out, and then if you top deck a drum and hit top deck's Braveheart, and you call the Jackknife Drum over it, you get both effects.
Yep. And I think it's good for, I don't know, for the, what do you call it, the Gold Ritter decks if you want kind of the weird turbo with the SD drums. But it might, I don't know.
No, I mean,
It's just another Jackknife that costs a gauge.
yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a good card. You can be
Yeah.
don't have shields, or if you try to rely on move, it's just gonna punch right through.
Knife drum.
Okay, so the next card, we go back. Because Juan's not here, so we don't know nothing about Dragon World shit.
Yeah,
That's a card that I really like is the Art of Body Duplication as Modai.
Broken card is broken?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's so
This card is insane just because you can countercall size 3s, countercall another copy of himself to maybe if you want to Devil Fever into more shit.
yeah. And can it counter call itself back?
Yeah, but you can only do it once per turn.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
still
Well,
broken.
not the same copy. I think you have to have another copy in the drop to do it though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you do.
All right.
You can't loop it can't loop itself. You have to have another 2 copies
Okay.
in total.
I think like the only size one is Modai with 2 crit too, which is nice, but it also makes it so I don't want to run Devil Fever in an Asmodai deck because everyone
Yeah.
I'm picking up has 1 critical.
Yeah, this guy's free. Like, you could go straight into dance mode and plus.
Yeah, dance mode. You can go in anything. Like the champion wrestler. You could go to the Omni Modai.
You just have 3 of these on the field. You just swing for 6, use him, get champion wrestler, double attack for 10, and then use double fever and swing for another 6.
Yeah, especially if you. It's easier to do too if you have the wizard guy. If you discard it and get some gauge too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This card's pretty nuts. The SP4 is pretty cool looking too.
demonic card is demonic.
Yeah. I feel like this list is mixed up because I don't know if there's a Japanese and American version. But the next card is Magical Beast Tamer Kazane. 4/2/1 double attacker if you have a dungeon enemy for 1 gauge. I like this card, but I don't like the fact that it costs gauge.
Yeah.
It makes it.
It's
Yeah.
really good, but I would say it's more like
It's like a one of.
2 or
Yeah.
3.
You can't play it in the traditional Knights deck just because of its 1 gauge cost. I feel like if anything, you have to build a deck around it. I think I was saying on the Japanese YouTube channels that they just made a double attacking deck, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's
Yeah.
that great because they were playing lots of Miserias and Bladewings, and Miseria is expensive.
That's
all-
actually.
It's a good one of just because you can search it out.
Yeah, with all the tutor stuff, but even then, I mean, in a typical Knights deck, you might not be playing too many dungeon enemies to even give a double attack anyway, besides your Incubus.
Yeah, unless you're playing a dedicated mix deck, is not really worth it.
Yeah, I tried building one, and I was using the, what do you call that, the staff that gets you gauge when you hit, but it just feels too slow.
Yeah.
But Dungeon World. The next card we have is Star Guardian Jackknife SD.
Oh, great card.
Yeah, I think this card gets better too when that the drum comes out too, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
But he's nice in general though, just because it's an extra version of Jack if you already have one in the drop zone.
Yeah. Relevant
He's really
card.
he's really good right now, but once the next set drops, you don't really have room for him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what if you? I've seen decks where they just basically focus all in on the Star Dragon drum, and Star Dragon drum with double attack is pretty stupid.
Yes, yes, it is. You should try that now.
Yeah.
I didn't think
Alright.
about that.
Yeah, it's really dumb. You just get a soul for 2 attacks. The new Drum Bunker SD. So this is the card we were talking about with the Jackknife Drum Bunker. Is go towards tomorrow.
He's good.
He's so good. It's 2 crit too, and his ability is when a monster with drum in his name enters the field. If this card is in the drop, you can pay a gauge to put him in the soul or call him on the field.
Yeah, it should not have been 2 gauge for being able to come out repeatedly like that. I
Or
feel
2 crit, yeah. Yeah, I was like, all right, what is the stats? Is that 1 crit? No, it's got 2 crit. All right, attack 3K. What the? Come on.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Blue Shields makes all of their gauge problems basically go away in a well-built deck anyway. Plus,
Yeah.
you still have all the fist weapons and whatnot to hit.
Yeah, if you're playing the Fist engine, you just play Rock Bunker and you just keep getting more gauge.
Yeah. So this card's annoying as heck, especially if you don't even have to play it on the field. If you play like the double attacking fist weapon, like you're saying, or double attacker that makes your fist double attack, and then you just play drums and pump up the drum with soul, then move it, and then you're good.
Yeah, and also, like, the number of times when I'm playing my Kazarion Hero Worldy stuff against the Dragon World deck, and I've cleared their field, run them out of resources, and I know that they cannot get over my defense to push for game, and they'll drop drum in order to fish this out the drop in order to be able to link attack to just big enough that I can't Body of Steel is annoying.
Yeah, and this is annoying too because it looks like you can just charge this card, pay the gauge, and then just get it back anyway. So
Yep.
pretty
Yep.
dumb. All right, next card.
That card's a 4 of.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
I'm waiting for Juan to build that deck.
Yeah, this next one's kind of iffy.
Yeah, what was it? Tembu. He's an Omni Lord. I don't even
Really
know
wish
what
it
this
was
guy
2
is.
crit.
When this card enters the field, destroy a size 1 or less monster on your opponent's field, or put a soul. Yeah, that card's iffy to me.
It's side worthy, I'll say that. Because
Uh,
you can use it against Ancient World because they have Wrath Trigger and all those ways to keep their monsters from being destroyed. But if they're sitting on a billion knuckle and you just pull a soul out of it, especially since they got that one card that gives, they have cards that give effects if they're in soul now, you can just say, I'm not destroying your monster, I'm just taking away the soul.
I mean,
Yeah,
what
Soul
card
Hate's
would you
really
take
good.
out for this kind of thing, though? Because, I mean, like, Inferno Armor Dragon, granted he's a size 3, but he kills 2 soul by himself.
Yeah. I mean, I would probably side it in other worlds,
So-
except for Darkness Dragon World. It's pointless. We already have a guy with more attack that does that. Thirsty Creatures on Zara.
I guess
So,
the nice part is that he says put a soul from a card on your opponent's field.
Yeah.
yeah.
You really, what you'd use this card for is you'd use it as like a spell. You would side it in against things that have lots of soul, like Thunder Demons, and then you just play it, remove the soul, and then play like an Inferno Armor to guarantee kill it.
Yeah, I guess in another redeeming qualities, it is size 1, so you can play him in your drum-focused decks.
Yeah.
Alright, next card we have Nanomachine Tsukikage. It's probably easier this way. This card seems the nuts to me. Just it gets back so much.
It's good, but it's very cloggy. It is not something you run 4 of. It's something you run like a tech 1 or 2 of, just so for those times where you need to get another monster.
Yeah, you pay a gauge, just get Byakuya, and then go into Gojin Maru or something, right?
Yeah.
Shadow Dive is good.
Yes, it is.
Count Dawn, so everybody gets a boomerang now.
No, everyone gets a better Boomerang because Boomerang bounce back to hand effect is mandatory. This one's optional. You can leave it on the field if you want to.
True, that's pretty good. Yeah, just 2/1/2 boomerang stats, but the key word being you may return this card to your hand. I think a lot of size 3 decks will play this just because having a boomerang is super nice. I still like regular Count Dawn just because of it lets you go to the life break numbers where you're hitting 6 pretty quickly with it.
Mhm.
I mean, in rush decks, I would run this too if I don't have any decent size zeros.
Especially if you run the open center.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Purgatory. Yeah.
It gets really in the Rush Kazarian build.
I guess it would be pretty nice in Kazarian. Well, Kazarian gets to abuse like all the Omni Lords, I feel like.
Yes, can.
Alright, the new Talica. So I'll let Mr. Darkness Dragonworld talk about this card.
I would say I've seen a lot of people, in my opinion, play this wrong. What they try to do is they max Talica and max this card, which makes it really inconsistent. What I would do is just make a size 3 deck around it, max out Greybard, max Amino Habari, Goku, any of those guys, and the guy that Valgarin paid to like to call a size 3 deep, and then just play him over. Because then it gets them out faster. And realistically in this game, stuff with soul doesn't live that long, especially with all of the double attackers and destruction out there. Because like destruction during your opponent's turn down is taking out everything. I haven't worked on my version, but I'm going to try to make a open center deck around this.
He seems really good to me, just because you, like you say, you just play it around on any size 3, like the cheaper versions, the ones that don't cost 4 gauge.
Yeah, so it makes it a lot more consistent and easier to get off. But I would like, if you make a deck around it, yeah, I'll run it at 4. Otherwise, I would just run this at like 2 to 3 because I've run into that problem with another card. We'll get into it later, where it's like when you top deck it, it's like it sucks.
You mean this one?
Yep, and that's what I'm talking about. Every time I draw this card, and I do not have size 2, that's why I made my deck the way it was, and I cry. Like top decking, I've lost games top decking into Inferno. That's why I would not run more than 3 of him. Like you can't Buddy Inferno.
Well, I mean, that's another reason why you run 4 Purgatory Knights forever, though, right?
Yeah.
Pick up this guy.
Pick up this guy and any other random size 2 and just play him on top, just so you can't get hit by the counter removal for attack.
I guess I never really paid attention to his call cost text, put on top of an originally size 2 or greater monster.
Yep. So you can play it over Gyram Lance as well. Pretty awesome. It's a great card. I would not run more than 3 of them, though, personally. Even in a deck geared totally towards him.
Yeah, and he does, I guess, technically refund himself, being able to kill himself, to stand himself, right?
And playing him on top of himself, out of all of the rounds that I played, I've only done it once. So that doesn't happen a lot. Because you have to have the gauge and, like, a set-based monster.
I wonder if that means that Tsuku's going to go back to Purgatory because you're getting all these, like, jackknife evolutions.
I hope. Dragon World decks only get really good when Tsuku is there.
Alright, the next card we have is SD Schwarz.
Yeah, SD Schwarz it really solves a lot of the problems Dark Heroes had, which was being able to consistently get gauge and also running out of resources. Since most of the Dark Hero monsters blow themselves up after they attack, yeah, you will draw off a Sneak Judgment, you'll draw when you call them off of Hideout, but at that point you're kind of breaking even. SD Schwarz guaranteed goes back to the hand after it attacks, means unless your opponent sets up a counterattack or something to kill it before it can bounce, you just plus and straight plus. And the effect is optional. And just being able to pop out 2 crit, pop back into your hand so it can't be counter-destroyed. You didn't kill me this turn? Okay, fill the field back up. Alright, pop back to my hand.
Yeah, this makes the impacts even more scary, just because before there was always a balancing act, but now not so much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this card, the gauge it builds also makes Braden, the general that is counter during your turn, pay 2 gauge, sack one of your Dark Heroes, call it to the field, and it guaranteed bounces back after attacks. It makes Braden really playable because you're going to have less gauge issues, and Braden will let you fix your field if you've still got a Gwen or on the field, because they shielded the Gwen so it wouldn't bounce.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's good. I need to work on my deck. I haven't worked on anything at all.
The only part I don't like about Braden is like if you're trying to get him off and all your dudes bounce, and your opponent like intelligently shields.
Yeah. Well, see, here's the thing with Braden. Because it's a counter, and when you swing in, if your opponent casts a shield, right, if you let shield resolve, attack resolve, and your SD Schwarz will bounce, right?
Mm-hmm. Basically, have to do it when they shield.
Right. You can opt, or one of the things that actually killed me in Dynasty Cup was I was not feeling comfortable. Like I had a socially awkward moment where I attacked and my opponent didn't cast anything, and like, okay, my monster goes to the drop, and I had to be like, what I wanted to do was Braden interrupt my own attack in order to grab Nabat out the drop so I can gain an extra crit in order to win the game.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I even tried putting Braden in my 100 Demons deck, but I
don't do that working very well.
Well, I mean, it was an Anson deck, so.
Oh, okay, never mind. That's dirty.
It's very dirty. Alright, the next card we have is Hasted Evolution Yami-Geto. The SPR.
Good card is good.
Maybe.
You guys want to talk about this card at all?
No.
Let's call more Yami-Getos so we can Yami-Geto while we Yami-Geto.
Yeah, the new Yami-Geto stuff looks so good.
Deck with toolbox. What do I need for this turn? Let's grab it.
You probably, if you're at 6 or less, you probably Thundermine for draw.
You just get that one.
Because it's double attack and it has 8k defense and 3 critical or 2?
2.
It's still
double attack.
Yeah, double attack is good. 8k defense and double attack. So I mean, I feel like 8k is a number where pathetic again becomes pretty good. Say
Yeah.
the counter-attacking card, just being able to give a +3. I feel like I don't know whatever it is, the 1k extra makes a big difference.
Yeah, it does.
But so he's good, and he lets you search for any Yami-Geto during the final phase.
Also, that Thundermine for items, though.
Yeah,
You
so
stop now.
first turn.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
SPR is pretty.
One.
All right, so I'm gonna do all the R's or triple R's and stuff first.
Alrighty.
And we'll go back to highlighting the other cards that people have interest in. So the next card we have is 5th Omni Cavalry Dragon Light Rim Aliote. So was this card part of that triple deck?
Yes.
Okay, so that's why we got these. So this guy is a pretty good, in my opinion, a really good 5th Omni. It's super
He
annoying.
is.
I mean, it's 5th Omni. It's supposed to be good.
Yeah, with this card, in a
Break
name attack, you gain a life. And if you have a monster with 5th Omni in its card name other than this, he gets plus a crit. Gain life, to offset some of the damage you're taking for your other abilities.
Yeah.
Okay. Especially, it's so down. So I think it's a really good card.
Yeah.
Alright, next card we have. This is, I guess, all these cards are part of that triple deck, I guess, huh?
Yep.
Oh, bane of everyone's existence.
Yeah. And this card, Commandment of an Enma Alliance Burn Nova. So, counter. He's discard a Raging Spirits from your hand. If you do, he gets all abilities written on the card. So, what's the main thing people are doing? They're playing that, Baby Ricky or something. They give him plus critical. And then discarding the original Burn Nova to give a triple
5 crit
attack?
triple attack?
Yeah.
5 crit triple attack.
And Penetrate, by the way, since he already has Penetrate.
Yeah, there are 3 really good discard fodders for him. First is the one that has triple attack, which is, Burn Nova. Second is double attack, which, it's not as good a triple attack, but if you use what you get because you're going to do it once per turn.
Mm-hmm.
And the third one is the one whose attack can't be nullified.
Who's that?
It came in this set.
Okay.
I think it's a rare.
Yeah,
It's the wolf one.
Okay.
You literally, if your opponent,
is it Cut Billy?
I think so.
just saw it in Momo's Japanese deck. I did not know the English name. I just know it's a pain in the butt. When you're at 2 life, you got a monster in the center. He swings, and then not even a monster center. He just swings. I go to cast a shield, and he's like, "Excuse me, sir, you're not shielding."
Yeah, I kind of want to build a stupid deck like this.
Yeah.
Just because it's
I
Yeah.
fully expect
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's like it's fast, if not faster than my Purgatory Knights deck. Because when I played against it, I actually broke even against Momo.
Yeah,
Like,
what
either
is it?
he OTK'd me or I OTK'd him every
He
time.
got,
And
Lowell got really mad when I kept dropping Crimson Drum on him.
Crimson Drum's a jerk. I think that's probably the next card, right?
It wasn't Cut Billy. It's not Cut Billy. It's something else that you're talking
I
about.
Superior Plasma. The guy that comes in red or blue, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the
there a
red
reason for
one is
that?
worth more. He's harder to pull.
Because I only have the one red one and two blue ones, I think, for Jackknife. Alright, this guy, Star Dragon World. When this card enters the field, call up to one size 1 and one size 0 Dragon Arms from their drop. I feel they might not have better options for cards.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I have a very specific reference point for these because I see how they use them against me. I can play the resource game and run them out of resources because up until now they didn't really have shields to defend their monsters. They still don't. They won't have till next set. But then they drop this and fill the field up.
Yeah.
Free card.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could have like a 6 crit board with just this card, I suppose.
Yeah, and not just that, but what gets really annoying is when they fish for, they'll usually grab one that's a 2 crit monster, and then the other monster they grab will be the
Spell Ranker.
That the spell null.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then link attack spell null, and then I can't do anything.
And probably impact for a game or something.
Sometimes it's not even necessary because that's 5 damage I can't respond to.
Yeah, and they might have just chipped you that first turn too.
Yeah.
Alright.
Or if I tried to do a rush, if I tried to do a rush play and it was unsuccessful.
Yeah, so this card's okay. I think it'll probably be replaced pretty quickly when new stuff comes out.
You're not wrong. It's going to get hard replaced by the one that didn't come in this set that says you can't take damage that wasn't dealt by an attack, even if it's an attack.
Alright, next card. 5th Omni Armor Dragon, Furious Iron Congo.
Good card.
If you have 3 or more different cards and you drop a 5th Omni, this card gets double attack. Then if you have 4 plus a crit, 5 gets penetrate. Yeah, 7k defense, size 3. Probably really easy to get all those abilities.
Yeah.
It's a great card, but it's terrible early game. You can't play it the first 3 turns.
Yeah.
Then
Hopefully you have
once
something
get
better.
all the stuff- Once you get all the stuff out, it's ridiculously good.
Right. And there are plenty of 5th Omni cards that are non-monsters, right?
Yes. This is going to get really good because there's a card in the next set that you can pitch a 5th Omni to rest a size 2 on your opponent's field. And that'll excel this guy's ability really fast.
2 gauge though seems pretty undercosted, but I don't know if they're justifying it because he's, I don't know, a turn slow or something.
More than a turn slow.
Well, I mean, it's pretty easy to get into your drop, probably.
It's easy to get 3. It's not that easy to get the 4 and the 5 because it's different.
Well, as soon as you get to double attack, I feel like you're bonusing for 2 gauge
Yeah.
double attack. You're getting a
Yeah,
best.
at that point it's just an equals without goal.
So he's pretty good. Let's see. All right, here's a jerk.
I love this card. Crimson
Dragon.
Drum OP.
I hate this card.
I feel like he goes into like every deck.
We can move on now. Good card is good. Nothing.
Yeah. I didn't realize he was 2 gauge at first, but yeah, I mean, still, come on. 2 gauge to the top card. Pay 1 life to redirect.
Yeah, it's worse in, Danger World where they can, buff him to 11 defense because reasons. For the entire freaking turn. I'm sorry, Spirit Unite should have some kind of specific limit.
It does. I have to have an item equipped.
There you go. You just gotta destroy his item.
This would be really good when we get that new card, the Fog, for Darkness Dragon World, because then our monster on the left and right can't be destroyed for the turn.
What?
And then every attack is just, I'm going to take 1 damage instead. That's cool. I'll take 1.
This card plus Drago Bond's already super annoying.
Drago Bond, and what's the other one that gets +5/+5 in counterattack?
Oh, I think that came in recently, didn't it?
Yeah, it came in the last set.
Drago Defense.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. That's this card. 2 gauge. So good.
I hate all of you.
Alright. Oh, double R spell. I'm just going to open all these. One of these was a reprint. Encounter with a dragon. Pay 1 gauge, discard a card from your hand, search your deck for up to 1 size 3 raging spirits. Yeah, that's fair.
Really
It's
good with Commandant.
it's only good with Commandant. It's not good with pretty much any other Raging Spirit deck.
Yeah.
Just because you're going to play the 1 raging spirit that you have. But otherwise, I want to search for my win condition, please.
I'll search for triple attack. That's cool.
Or, I have game on board. I just need you to not stop my attack. I'll search for the unnullifiable attack.
They have a spell that lets you discard a 3 to draw 2 twos, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Or draw 2 cards, yeah.
yeah. And that one's free. You just, play it, discard a 3, draw 2 cards.
Next card, reprint. So has this card even gone down in value, or is it still out
No,
there?
it's $15 on Ideal 808.
Yeah.
It's not the fact that it went down in price. It's the fact that it's easier to get.
Yeah.
As long as they don't stop printing this set like it's all the Omni Lords. That's still
Too late.
very sad. I saw the Omni Lords. Yeah, I don't think they're printing it anymore. Drago Arms, Radiant Alma. So this is the double attacker dude.
Good.
Good card is good.
Yep, 2/2/1 double attacking. If you have 6 life or less, pay gauge, just like the Kazarian stuff. Except Kazarian's,
2 crits.
yeah, Kazarian's is a 0, isn't it?
Yep.
But he's got 2 crit.
Good and worse on the same night. No, this has 2 crit. Alma.
But yeah,
It's viable on the field more than Subvert is.
yeah. Well, I mean, we were also talking
3K power.
about the drum. You put this into the soul of the drum too, and drum attacks gets a soul, double attack gets a soul.
What?
When does that drum come out though?
It's a promo, so I don't know.
Oh, maybe never. Or it'll probably just be tagged onto a set somewhere.
It's either
I
going to
like
get tagged on. We can hope that it's going to be more reprints.
Alright, so I guess the last double R of the set is the Cosmo Saber Gold Ritter. There are 3 or more cards in the soul of a card on your field. It gets +2 critical. Discard a card. Discard this card. Pay 2 gauge. Search your deck for a jack.
Great card is great.
You
Yeah.
like it that much? I mean, just consistently search for the regular jack.
It's a weapon that has 4 crit and also can search a jack.
4 crit. Hopefully, if they don't counter Death Grip your dude when it comes in, or Pillar of Fire before it gets sold.
True, but in the right situation, it provides a huge threat, especially if you manage to pull off a setup with having a jack with a bunch of soul. So you've got the jack, you've got this, have something else in the field to poke, and have the impact in hand. I mean, the impact isn't life break anyway, so one way or other, you're taking the impact.
Yeah, I mean, it has relevant stats too for just 1 gauge. I feel like 5k 2 crit, and it only has bonuses. Meaning, so if you draw extra copies of it, it's not totally worthless.
Yeah, next set it won't be able to be destroyed as well with the new jack.
Just search it has to.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Alright, so was there any other cards you guys wanted to talk about specifically from the R's and uncommons?
Uncommon. and-
There's the draw card for Danger World. That was amazingly good.
What's that one called?
It's like, just go down to rares. I'll tell you which one it's called.
In these 2 Danger World, Armor Knight. Oh, first there's Armor Knight Cerberus. You can't forget about this guy.
It's so good.
Yeah, this guy's super annoying. I
Annoying might be an understatement.
can't believe they just gave it Danger World this card. It's not as if like Iblis was annoying already.
Yeah,
Danger World.
the
Give
fact
it
that
some
you
really
can't stop him
just give-
with Archangel.
Yeah, with Archangel's really good.
Yeah,
Hey,
because you could literally play this guy and play Archangel, and they can't stop it.
You just blow up everything.
I guess the nice thing is that they have to use more gauge than they used to. Like, you just change your weapons up, I imagine, to the one that you get a gauge if you attack or deal damage.
Yeah. They honestly just switch over to the battle,
Do you want it to act? The 100 Demon Axe?
100 Demon Spirit, just get more gauge.
Yeah.
Pretty good. And then is this? Yeah, this would be Burst Deity Calling Ritual. Pay gauge, pay life. There's no life break on it.
No
You have
life
to have a
break,
weapon, though.
and it's essentially a nice one.
It
Yeah.
needed this though.
And no, if you play it without a weapon, you just draw one.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah. If you have no other options, I suppose. Were there any other dungeon or danger world stuff?
There's the new Demigod, which is another rare, and then there was the Hades Axe, and our Death Grip clone.
I don't even see any of this. I'm pretty sure he was a rare.
Demigod was a rare.
Party's not helping me.
Uh, don't forget about Aliote.
Yeah. Yeah, the Aliote is good.
Okay.
What? They put him as a Dragon World card. What?
What?
The wiki has him as a Dragon World.
Alright.
That's like, what? What is this? Founder of the Dragon style martial arts. When this card enters the field, search your deck for a card with Demon Gold. What? And add it to your hand. You can only use once per turn. If he's in the soul, get +2/+2. What the fuck?
Demigod Arts.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Notice how it can search itself. So,
Right.
First turn, you just call this to the center, search another copy of it, and then just wait for 2.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
It's really good. 2 crit relevant stats.
And then the axe is a 4/3. That 1 gauge, you can't call anything to the center, and then when you swing, you pop a size 1.
Axes seem to not let you be able to play stuff in the
Yeah.
center.
That never slows him down.
Well, of course.
Really, the only time that's meh is when you have when you want to use Naga in the center.
This is a card that's pretty annoying too. Where Mary Sue, there's no page for her though.
She's that annoying. No one stopped to give her a page.
Yeah, when you play her, you can bounce a size tier less on the field to its owner's hand. So you can check out that card too.
Yeah. Also, for Magic World, they got
The Axia. When he attacks,
He is stupid.
it's pretty
Axia
good.
didn't exist.
Awesome. So good.
What else came in this set that was really good?
Shouldn't have been a 2 crit. That
Let's see.
Star Dragon World got an Armor Reuse clone for what was it?
Dragon Arms.
Dragon Arms.
Yeah, this dual Seager. Got this for Turbo Seager, I guess. It's a free card that counts as a regular Seager.
Yeah, it actually helps. That solved a lot of the problems that the Seager deck had, and helps it become really, really relevant again.
Yeah. And chibi things are also cool.
Yeah, that Turbo Seager deck is really annoying to play with, especially with a size 2 or lower deck without penetrate. Like, it's so annoying. Like, I have to side deck hard with Purgatory Knights instead.
Especially because with that 100 Demon spell lets them turbo into second and third form offensively.
I like this card too, though. The Skull Warrior.
I haven't tinkered with the new Skull Warriors, but I know they're going to be good because of that size 0.
Yeah,
I haven't had any experience with it myself either.
yeah. It just seems you have the 8 Yamagitsune, and then you also have that new spell that came out.
Draw 3, you know.
Yeah, if your dudes die like they probably normally would have, draw 3 cards for 1 gauge.
Yeah,
But 2 or more have to die, so that's
that's
very
pretty.
point of the
Oh,
card.
you have to have a full field.
Full field, and your monsters have to either be controlled by your opponent or die on their own anyway.
Or you stack them, Yamagitsune, in order to draw cards. Oh, look what just happened. Cards for drawing cards.
Are there any cards that you wanted to point out, Justin?
The new Aliote.
Yes.
That's an R, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, this guy, he's really good. He's a 5/2/4. Yeah, 5/2/4. When this card attacks and deals damage to your opponent, put the top card of your deck into the gauge.
Yeah.
It
Draw a
is
card.
so good. Not even just in Dragon Knights, but you could tech it in just about any build. It's not restrictive and has decent stats.
Yeah, and then Iron is broken because you can play 2 of them on the field. With the sword, it's like, what are you going to take? Gauge and draw, you take 6 damage.
Yeah,
That card is sick.
really good 9. Ugh, I love this card.
Yeah.
Dragon.
Was the respective battles the Hero World card for Brave Machines? It's a single R.
No, what is it called?
Respective battles is the English translation.
Hero World. You said it was a single R. Respective battles.
Yeah.
I'll set the picture with everyone else. Use one of the following abilities. Gain 2 life. Choose a card with ride and ride it.
By paying its right. Yeah. It can be used. I'm still tinkering around with it myself. The big thing is gaining 2 life is still a relevant number to gain. That can help you with lasting another turn if you're fighting an opponent that doesn't use impacts. And also, there's a lot of destruction. There's destruction that's floating around right now, and a lot of ways to pull out Kazarion's soul. So if your opponent just drains your soul and blows up your Kazarion, you don't have another one in hand, and you don't have enough gauge in order to use Call Super Machine to fish for another one and then ride it again. You just drop this and ride from the drop.
You think so? Because I feel like a more versatile card would be that promo that lets you pick up a card, then instead of being forced to ride it, you could just play it.
Well, the problem is, with that promo, is life break is 6 or less. This is not. Your opponents can leave you at 7 quite often.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, that's happened to me before.
This card being dual use of, you either use it to ride from the drop or you use it to gain life is a lot of its usefulness.
You're not winning.
That was mean. All right, Death Gaze Dragon. Was him or Gallows the good one? Or are they both the good one?
Gallows is better.
Was Gallows an uncommon?
Yeah.
Dark
It's really fickle.
Cute dragon.
It's okay. It's
What?
not. Yeah, Death Gaze is okay.
I mean, the problem with Spectral Strike is it's still dependent on hitting monsters. It's like instead of you running to like 50 to 40% of the game, which is like shields in your opponent's deck, you're running to like 90% of like their defense attacking monsters.
Mm-hmm.
Like Spectral Strike is still heavily dependent on what is it called? All-out attacks.
The problem with Spectral Strike is not the actual ability Spectral Strike. The problem is how they design the cards. All of them should have 2 crit. If they all had 2 crit and Spectral Strike 1, it would have been fine.
Well,
Yeah.
nobody would be attacking creatures if they had 2 crit.
Well,
But
that's
then
the
that
point.
gives you an option that you can attack the monster or you can attack the player. Only having 1 crit, it's like no matter what you do, they're only taking 1 damage. Or
Exactly.
if it has 2, if it has Spectral Strike 2 and 1 crit, they literally just don't call any monsters and swing at you with an item.
Well, you're talking about that new spells, right, Justin, that makes it so that you can't.
Yeah, all-out attacks. Black Dragons are like right now they're heavily combo based because you have to have multiple cards that Spectral Strike and Link Attack and play something like all-out attacks before you even start attacking. So right now, Black Dragons are like a fun deck. They won't be really good until like the next set drops, and then there still won't be a top tier deck for Darkness Dragon World.
Trial deck.
Well, and then there's Death Ruler Gallows.
This guy's really good. He's a size 0, so you can bring him back and still make a full field with Mastermind.
Have to.
Yeah,
And for one, even like first turn dropping this guy isn't so bad if you can get a death into your drop zone, because ideally you still set the bar where it's like it's a 2-point difference between you and your opponent. You'll go to 11 and your opponent will go to 9, or even 12 if you make this guy your buddy.
Would you run both forms of Gallows just because of that life gain?
No, I wouldn't run. I wouldn't run the original form of Gallows because of the gauge. That one gauge with Darkness Dragon World is really gauge heavy. That one gauge really hurts a lot. That's why the original Death Gaze isn't that good either. Like he's like so bad.
Just his SP art was redeeming.
Yeah, it's all for the show. Everything's Buddy ran SP for the show.
All right, let's see. Were there any other cards? I didn't really care for the Dungeon World stuff. Where's All Out Attack? Is that uncommon?
Yeah.
I can't really hear you, Brandon.
Absolute Attack.
Death Hiding and Absolute Attack are two really good cards.
What was the second one?
Death Hiding, the one right underneath it.
Okay, so first is Absolute Attack, the card we talked about. During this turn, during the battle in which cards in your field attack your opponent's monsters, they can't use or cast a counter.
Okay, like first off, on the Black Dragon tip, it makes Black Dragons playable now with this card, but it almost makes it dependent on it where you have to run 3 to 4 of this card.
You have to run 4 of it.
And you have to run the Spectral Strike Impact or the what is it? Pain?
Painfield?
Yeah. But with Purgatory Knights, this makes size 3 decks cry because you can actually link attack your opponent's monster repeatedly and there's nothing that they can do about it.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's annoying that, like you guys were saying, that decks become reliant on it, and it's just a spell that you probably can't even pick up from the drop.
Yeah, like Purgatory Knights aren't relying on it, but Black Dragons are. They really
it's just a bonus for Purgatory.
And also it allows your size 3 heavy decks, if people are still playing size 3 heavy Darkness Dragon World, you can eliminate your opponent's field with your countdowns and stuff, and your opponent can't. So you can play Control for free by casting that card.
And Death Hiding, put a monster with Shadow Die from the drop in your hand. Is that the card you guys are?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Just because you could pick up the guy who lets you pick up another Shadow Die, right?
No, you can only get back something that Shadow Die. It narrows your resource choices a lot.
The thing is, a lot of Death Rulers will run a close setter. So if you run Death Hiding plus Nightmare Revive, you're always going to be able to get a full field.
Yeah, I mean it's okay right now, but it'll be a lot better once the next set drops. Right now it's like okay, like Armor Reuse is still a lot better.
Nothing's going to beat Armor Reuse. Let's be real here. Nothing's going to have the utility of being nothing's going to be able to get an Iblis and a Naga in the same deck. Let's be real.
And what's it? Charging headfirst, Ricky. This is part of the combo for the Enma Alliance thing, right? For the give every size 3 Raging Spirit plus 1 critical being a size 0. So you can play 2 and then have a 5 crit dude with Penetrate. And
check out that Pompadour. Yeah, but
dirty. Or I mean, if you go for the less aggro-y play, and you've got this, and what was it? Base Ricky or
is it like a Baby Ricky or something?
Yeah, Baby Ricky.
Yeah.
Whatever that is. Any other good cards that I liked?
From this set, I mean, overall, All-Stars was really good.
I thought it was a pretty good set.
Zach, the shrine for 100 demons, when you call a Thundermine, draw a card.
Oh shit, yeah, that card's annoying. That was an uncommon.
You're the one who's going to be playing it.
Wait, I'm going to be playing Thundermine. Not right yet, but very soon.
Exactly, so stop complaining.
That card's going to be so annoying, yeah. Wait, what's this one? Put up this 2 size 2, what were 100 demons from your drop to your hand. Life break 6, which is not very difficult for 100 demons.
Nope. It's really good for, like, if you can get hasted evolution. That way you can get another size. You can get another Yamigeto.
Where's the other card that you were talking about?
I think it's rare.
Hasted evolution. Oh, there it is. Yep, set spell. So, 100 demons love their set spells. During your turn, when your monster with Thundermine enters the field, draw a card. Once per turn. Fair.
Fair. Fair, he says.
Fair card is fair. In my opinion, though, I mean, that was part of the big issue with Thundermine is that you played your shit, your opponent, played around it because they just didn't play those cards, and then killed your field, and then you're left there with your pants down.
Yeah.
And you cry.
Yeah, well, but now you got a much better Thundermines, like, your opponent's guaranteed to draw cards every turn, so it's pretty hard to get around that.
And of course, the draw cards one is the one that can go off multiple times per turn, and it goes off the card they draw.
Yep, and then you just play the size 0 that could be played at the same time you play the one with the Thundermines for Thundermine.
And you plus.
Yep, so I mean, it seems pretty good. I mean, the 6th life or less being the whoop-de-doo hard to do, but
My gosh.
that'd be really
So,
nice.
I'm sorry, I'm talking about something else. I'm so depressed right now. I've been selling Garble Anchor for $2, and he's actually going for $5.
What's Gargoyle Anchor?
And the spell,
Oh,
yeah.
what spell?
spell null for
The
Dragon
Spell
Arms.
Fire for
Oh,
regular rare. Oh my
well, he's probably from the extra deck, right?
god. He's I don't know. I haven't checked the extra deck
There
personally.
you go. Yep, he's this dude, the guy that makes Star Dragon even more annoying.
Yeah, especially when in the soul, when they have 2 things in the field with Soul Guard. What's what?
Especially when you start stacking crits, or maybe you go into a plasma and then swing for 5, like you were saying earlier.
Yeah, and like when they just link 5, you can't do anything.
I mean, counter removal before they attack just to drop the soul.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they have to remove a soul in order to use the ability, correct?
They remove it soul.
They remove it from soul? Nah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's still fair cost. It's really good. I mean, I don't know how many copies you're running. Probably 4 because win conditions.
Yeah,
So you run 4.
Yeah, like in that situation where I'm a 5 or less, they drop the plasma. Plasma grabs this and a size 1 with 2 crit, slide this in a soul, and link for 5. At that point, I need to have either a Mock Braver in hand, presuming that they have no way to give their stuff penetrate, or have counter removal in hand and a shield in hand.
Well, spell nulls are always really annoying in this game. It started with Katana World and just linking. You swing with the sword and link for 7, and then
Yeah, that's how I made top 8 in New York regionals last year. It's like poke you for 201. Is that final phase impact?
Yeah.
My turn again. Link attack you for 7. They're like spell no. Star Crusher. I literally just ran 2 Star Crushers. So I wouldn't mistakenly drop it. But we're coming out of that age because a lot of worlds are getting nullifies that cannot be negated.
Yeah, those and Mock Braver clones.
Yeah.
I'm glad that Guido Shield can't be, and it hates on Burn Nova. Yeah, I guess that's pretty good for the set. I know we wanted to save some time at the end for Justin, so he could talk about the Dynasty Cup that he yet again took.
Fuck you, Justin.
I don't know if you heard that.
I heard Sean. Tell him I hate him. Star Dragon World still sucks.
Star Dragon World still sucks, he said.
Fuck you, Justin.
Anyway, Justin, you want to recap your DMV experience or Dynasty Cup experience?
Well, DMV was really good. I could say with Buddy Fight All-Stars just dropping that, it actually put like a lot of people on the same playing field because a lot of decks that I played against, I went 3 rounds. Like I played Clinton, I went 3 rounds against. I played my ex-minion now, Jonah. I went 3 rounds. And one of my teammates, I went 3 rounds with him. He was playing, Dragon Knights. Oh my God, Night Counter with a full field of Purgatory Knights. It was tears.
Yeah, they get a lot of gauge excel, and Sean was just playing me in my gauge heavy deck where I was like playing the Kazane Miseria deck, and he played first time. He's like, "All right, I play 3 Dragon Knights, kill all your gauge." Stop it.
I mean, I liked it. I liked that it was a lot of different decks played at DMV, and all of them were competitive.
How many people showed up? One, I didn't get a number.
I think it was 22.
Yeah, it was 22.
It's not bad.
It's not
Hopefully
bad. I mean,
break out of that range because I feel like we've been in like 22 to 25 range for a while.
yeah, for a while. I mean, we could bolster it more. It just has to be promoted far enough in advance.
Yeah.
And then it's hard for players that are from the city to get to some of the places that we play.
Also, wanting to stop scheduling them the day after a release.
Yeah, I didn't. I was especially that was the same day the day before I flew out to visit my family too, so I couldn't even participate.
Oh yeah, I'm glad that you're there because I usually play you every round of
Or the top 8.
Yeah. It's like I actually played Derek. He was playing Dungeon Mix. And oh my God, like it was like he pushed me like on his like OTK turn, he pushed me to 1 life round 2. And it just wasn't enough to finish me. It was like playing against a lot of those decks was scary, like playing against something that's just as fast as your deck and isn't running as many negates as you as well. So it's like kill or be killed.
Yeah, it's a funny thing too because I want to play that Miseria spell that just I pay a life and deal 1 damage and get a gauge. I just want it because I'm always like 1 damage short from being in impact range or killing you, and being able to get the extra gauge for impact would be stupid.
That was like really interesting with his build. He ran set spells for dungeon enemies too because they could be searched. So it's like one set spell that brings back a dungeon enemy at the end of the turn.
Okay, but you had to play
it was too slow for his build though. I think.
I don't know if I would play that card in a rush deck.
The Cotton the World player that I played, Isaac, I really loved playing him. He made me want to start playing Cotton the World again, but it's just like so much going on. I can't.
I think I saw him on Twitch. He was doing the BS Byakuya or SD Tsukikage and the Byakuya stuff, and then just instant race 1 card, get 2 cards.
Yeah, I got lucky on my siding against him. I drew 2 out of the 3 cards I sided against him. 2 thirsting creatures on Zyra. As soon as he played Gojo, I knocked out both of his soul and link attacked him in 1 turn. It was just like, against him it was nothing. One thing I did not like for our locals, because we usually do really well against this, is a burn deck ran rapid so fast. It was like nobody was siding for burn damage. Like nobody was running damage reducers. And especially with Dragon World players, like they have a weapon that reduces ping damage to 0 for no cost, Drago Keeper. And just nobody was siding any damage reduction.
No one likes to play Drago Keeper, and it makes me sad because Drago Keeper is so good.
It's so broken, like Thundermine, no.
Yeah.
Burn Wizards, no. It tells a lot of decks that deal burn damage, no. Like Greybard, chill out a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I didn't have a chance to play everybody or to like look around at what everything was played.
You played Purgatory Knights, right?
Yeah, I played Inferno. I did a deck profile on it. It's on my channel, Justice League Swag.
I think I put it in the description before the video started this time. So he's also a favorited channel on my sidebar. So if you guys just click on my YouTube page and check from there, you should be able to find it. Just Us League Swag.
Yep.
Yeah. I got in a few rounds against Juan too, during an intermission.
Yeah, Sean said he was itching hard to play, but he's
playing Thunder Knights. They're really good. Crimson Fists are really good too. I'm surprised nobody played it with that new halberd. They have a halberd that's basically a 7/2/7 if you have a fist equip.
And a fist that gives everything a +1/+1.
For free. It's
Yeah.
God.
What bothers me is that size 0 Thunder Knight that you move, you draw.
Yeah, but I think overall, I think the tournament atmosphere was really competitive. It was a lot. It wasn't. I was shocked that it was no Kaiser, no Kaiserion and like no superheroes.
Yeah, I mean, I opted out of Kaiser or Dark Heroes primarily because I had some stuff going on in my personal life. I didn't have a lot of time to test rebuilding Kaiserion with the new card, and also testing the way Kaiserion can respond to barbed wire. Because in all my testing games, it literally consisted of I have game until barbed wire happens.
I didn't have that kind of issue with my deck because my Kaiserion deck goes for. That's why I wish my teammate that I built him a Kaiserion deck to mirror mine, but he wasn't able to go because he had to work. And I think the Dynasty Cup overall we didn't have as many participants as possible, but because of the time of year that it was in, like most of the people I know had to work. Like usually I bring about like 4 or 5 people with me when I come, but it was like this time it was like almost everybody was at work. So I
don't know. Maybe they're all just working Christmas.
Yeah, because a lot of people work for UPS and GameStop, like a lot of stuff like that is real hectic around Christmas.
Yeah, and you've also got people trying to pick up extra shifts where they can so they can buy gifts for the family and all that.
Yeah.
Bills, adult life.
So timing, then I think our numbers will increase.
Yeah.
Just if you guys want to
look at different builds. We gotta have a think tank session sometime.
Okay, awesome. Also, if you guys want to have the next Dynasty Cup at my shop, you're more than welcome to.
Which is a good segue to talk about your shop.
This Sunday, it's a headache, but I have like everything done, and I'm going to be rolling on Vanguard and Buddy Fight this Sunday. So if you're in the Maryland area, come out to 7917 Harford Road in Parkville, Maryland, and get your game on. Vanguard and Buddy Fight.
What's your store called? Superstar Cards or something?
Superstar Card Gaming, yeah. Just so you know that it's card gaming.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, maybe I'll have to talk to Juan about getting it over at your shop.
Yeah.
Because we always go to Chibi's for Buddy Fight.
Yeah. I have enough spots for right now 32 players.
Ooh, that's nice.
So.
I mean, Chibi's, we had that team tournament for Vanguard, which was 70-something people, and not everybody could fit.
Where I had to do a Section A, Section B.
Yep.
Yikes.
Which is a great turnout, though. Anyway, so I guess that's probably it for this discussion, guys. I don't know if you had anything you guys wanted to say to wrap it up.
There was one we didn't get a chance to really go over, and that was SD Decker Drum.
What's he do?
He's a size 0 Hero World 2/1/2 counteract. You can send this card from your field to the drop zone to destroy a size 1 or less monster on your opponent's field.
Yeah.
That card is really splashable in just about every Hero World deck. It can even be splashed into Dark Heroes, which is kind of dirty because it just sacks itself with a target or without a target in order to be able to go back range.
That's pretty good.
You said he was a size 0 too, right? So you could just triple offensive or something.
And it's actually really funny in the matchup with Raging Spirits, because you if they're playing Commandant, because Commandant doesn't have the redirect effect, you have it swing through their center, or just to kill their center, and then after that counteract, pop the Ricky on the other side for lifelink. But
yeah,
that was.
Justin, do you have anything you want to wrap up with?
Not really. I just want to know if I host any DMV Cups at my shop, can I play in them? Was that frowned upon? Because
I feel
technically
like it's
not
probably frowned upon, but I don't know the rules. I mean,
I thought the rule was that the tournament organizer, Juan, couldn't participate.
I feel like that's probably a rule that he doesn't like.
Yeah, that's
So I don't see a particular reason why the shop owner couldn't participate, because he's not the one running the tournament.
Yeah, that's true. We probably work something out. I mean, we should. I really just need to look into whether or not it's. I mean, if Juan can. I mean, it does seem weird that Juan would be able to play being the organizer. Maybe we just take turns or something.
yeah, take turns.
Yeah, maybe one time I'm the guy who hosted, and then another time Juan or somebody else or whatever.
If you want to work me into the rotation, I could do the next one though.
Okay. Well, I'll talk it over with Juan.
Okay.
And more things happen with Bushy Road in the DMV area.
Yeah, hopefully. And then, Brian, did you have anything else you wanted to say? Or are you good?
Danger World OP.
Danger World's always been really annoying.
Danger World never left Tier 1.
Well, anyway, guys, that's it for this live stream. That's our talk on Buddy Fight All-Stars. This set, there's a lot of cards, a lot of pretty good cards you could add to most decks. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.
See you on the horizon.